Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Don't forget to like, share, ring the notification bell so that when I post new videos you're first to get notified. And if you're already in the channel, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Penina, a Tanzanian who currently lives in Italy. In this channel, we share everything about Italian culture, Tanzanian culture, lifestyle in Italy, lifestyle in Tanzania, education opportunities, work opportunities. So you're welcome in the channel. And in today's video, I would like to talk about, it's actually a question and answer video, so in today's video, I would like to answer some of the questions which have been asked by some of my subscribers and some of the people who I'm close with, and they're interested in Italia, like as a part of a study destination, or as just a country to come and live, if it is for tourism. So I have got these questions of 10 times. So I've got many questions, but the three most questions which have been asked, these are the questions which I've seen repeating most of times. So this videos tells you, so here are the answers to the most and frequently asked questions about Italia. So the first question which I always get asked, and people ask, like, why Italia? Like, why did you choose Italia? Why not Germany? Why not USA? Why not Canada? There are a lot of options because I speak English, and I think some of those countries which I've mentioned, they speak English, so it's a little bit better to blend in compared to Italia or France or countries which they speak their own languages. So my reason is always according to me or according to other people who choose Italy as their destination, whether for study or for work, is the opportunities which Italy provides. That is the cost of living and the cost of fees which international student pays is much lower than other countries like USA, like UK, like England, Ireland, and other countries. So the reason why I chose Italy is because the cost of fees, school fees, is a bit lower. So even lifestyle in general is a bit lower compared to other countries. So let's say you are staying in the northern part of Italy, where I am, in the city called Parma. You could pay a room which is a single room 300 to 400, or you can get even 270, which normally in other countries is not so easy to find that. And also on top of that, if you are an international student, there are opportunities for scholarships and something like that. So this is the reason why I choose Italy as this, like for me, as a study destination or a work destination. So another second question, which is actually relating to the first one, like why Italia, is always like, what is the cost of living where you are staying? So it's normally like people usually ask, oh, so you are in, because people always hear about Milan, Rome, so they're like, what is the cost of living there? So actually it depends on the city. So if you're in the northern part, small cities like where I am, the cost differs from if you are in Milan or you are in Rome or in other cities which are very popular in Italy. So the cost actually depends. You find smaller cities, the cost of living is a bit lower compared to larger cities like Rome and Milan. So actually the cost of living also, you cannot say for everyone because it depends on your lifestyle. So generally in where I am, for a room, it ranges, a single room ranges from 300 to 400. Now it's been so expensive as years goes on, so you could find even 450. And for spesa, like Italian says, like a shopping, food shopping, it depends on actually the number of people. So if you are one person, the city where I am is an agricultural city, so food is not that expensive compared to other places. So I must say, maybe let's say you put 100 euro aside for the food stuffs, and then you have other like creational activities. So it actually depends, but it varies from the city to city. So maybe it could be less than when you're in the UK, like, or when you're in the US. So the cost of living, I think, for an international student also is reasonable. So if you have a part-time job, you can actually survive. Or if you depend on funds from family or parents, you can actually still survive. So another question is usually, what is the disadvantage or the con of living in Italy or studying in Italy? This is most asked by most international students. They always ask me, so what is the disadvantage? Because, like everything has its disadvantage and its advantages. You can't have all positive sides. You have to have a negative side. So for me, I think for international students specifically, if you are coming to study, okay, there is always the other thing like, oh, can I study in English in Italy, or is there only Italian courses? So normally bachelor courses, most of them they're in Italian. We have few of them in big universities like in Milan, in Rome, but most of them they're in Italian. Now master courses on the other side and PhDs, they are mostly in English. So they are mostly in English and some in Italian. So you can actually study in English here. Now here comes the disadvantage of that. So Italian is not an English speaking country. So the level of English even with professors is so and so. So sometimes, okay, so this concerns me. Like I have faced this personally. So I choose a certain course, which is like okay, I did electronics, so I choose a certain course which is electronics. It was like microcontrollers and systems like that. So I went in the class. Okay, strange enough, I was the only black person, the only international person. So they were all Italians. And I'm taking my things, I'm just minding my business. I'm like, okay, the teacher entered and they started teaching in Italian. Then I'm like, so I was looking on the side and I'm like, did I mistake the class? Maybe I'm in the wrong class. So I asked my neighbor, like, is this microcontroller and system class? He said yes. I said, okay, thank you. But the teacher actually was teaching in Italian because he assumed that since they are all Italians and he didn't see me since I was in the back, he was teaching the class which was supposed to be taught in English in Italian. So these are the things which you might find. So the language thing, even though classes will be in English, some professors will just mix here and there. I think this happens even in my country where we speak Swahili. Sometimes those Swahili professors they will try to explain something, and if students don't understand, they will just mix some little bit of Swahili in there. So probably if you are coming from America or England, sometimes it could be hard, and that forces you to learn a little bit of Italian. So this is the disadvantage. I think for me also, the way the exams are, it could be an advantage to other people. Like it could be a good thing to other people, but for me it's a bit challenging. So in Italy, exams comes in oral, like speaking exam. So you read like I will get one of my book. So imagine reading a book like this, big like this. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera can show it. So reading a book big like this, but you have an oral exam or a speaking exam, which teacher will have like only 5 questions from the whole book like that. So really it's a bit challenging, because I think with written exams you have a wider range. Like in Tanzania, when we did written exams, we had like so we have like section. So you have section A, section B, section C, and then section A is mandatory, and then in section B you have like 6 questions. You have to choose 3 questions, and then you have section C, which have 4 questions. You have to choose 2 questions, which in those questions, like one question has like parts or romance inside. So like maybe 6 has A, B, C, and something like that. So you have the opportunity to maybe round up the knowledge you obtain from the big book like that. But here you have all exams, which comes maybe 3 questions or 5 questions. Now that forces you to read the whole book. Even if you don't understand, you have to know everything. That could be a bit tricky. So I think if someone was not able to answer 3 questions, doesn't mean he doesn't know about that course. So that is a bit of a drawback for me. And another thing which is could be an advantage but also a disadvantage for me, the way I see it. So you have a choice to do exams. So you have a choice to do so exams, they have 3 sessions. So you can do first session, or can do second session, or can do third session. It depends. You choose yourself. Or you can even go to the 4th and 5th in the next semester. So actually this helps for people who likes to put things on hold. But if you are one like me who like the Tanzanian system, which you one exam for all of you the same date, you don't have different dates for different people like that, it's a bit a drawback, and it can promote slacking. So that is one of the disadvantages for me. I think like we should all have the same date. Then of course I'm sure they did it because the system is a bit different, so they favor students who feel like, oh, me in the first session I can't do it because maybe there are a lot of people, or maybe in the second session I can do it because maybe I had my own thing. So those are the things which, okay, yeah, could be a disadvantage. So this is all for today. These are the main 3 questions which I get asked by people who are like international people who are interested to come in Italy and to study, work, or something like that. Now there are many other questions, so probably I'll make a part 2 of this, but for now I will leave you with that, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next time. Ciao ciao from Italy.